Hi everyone, it's October the 29th and we're taking a walk down to the seafront and post the card off to our grandson. But well, it's been quite a morning really. Last night the French President Monsieur Macron came on the TV and announced a lockdown across France, which means we're not quite sure exactly what yet, because the details are to be announced by the Prime Minister to their Houses of Parliament today, and then I think the details come out he'll speak to the French public to tell them what the details are. But essentially from tomorrow, we believe, to do this, we will need a piece of paper to say it's okay. This is what happened in France before, was people had to have a piece of paper to allow them to go further away from home to go shopping or whatever. I think from what I've read, we'd be allowed to go for a walk for 1 hour, but no more than a kilometre from home. So I don't think it's more than a kilometre to the seafront.
No.
So we're probably allowed that. But what's unclear to me is whether we need a piece of paper to do that or not. Seems a little bit extreme, but you have to have a reason for being out, and you have to put that down on paper before leaving. There is a form which I found on the Ministry of the Interior and managed to get Google to translate for me, and various things there that you click on, whichever excuse you want to use for being out and about. So this morning we've been trying to figure out what we're going to do. Our plan is to stay here for the next 10 days under these restrictions, and get one of these forms done for travelling back to Dieppe, because you definitely have to have one if you're travelling any distance. If I sound more out of breath than usual, it's because we're walking quite quickly and I'm wearing a mask, which is no fun at all. Not sure if it's obligatory, but you never know. So that's what we're doing. We're walking down to the seafront. It is a glorious day. Absolutely brilliant sunshine. The sun on my back is really hot. I don't know what the temperature was when we left Grace, but it was
about
20 something.
Yeah.
As I say, end of October. So this is why we're here in the south of France, really, rather than being in the UK. Of course, with the lockdown in France and travel restrictions in place at the moment until the end of December? End of November.
Yeah.
End of November. But of course that's only a month, so we don't know quite whether it will continue after that.
The scientists are saying
it won't do it in that time.
It won't do it, down to 5,000 a day.
So they've actually set a target of the number of infections, or a certain number of people going into hospital, or infection down to 5,000.
Yeah, from 40.
From 40,000 in France at the moment. I believe is it the UK or England? Something like 90,000, wasn't it? They said reported the other day. So yeah, it's oh, there we are. Wearing a mask is obligatory in public, in communities of 1,000 inhabitants. So that's the rules. We don't know how many people live here. Probably more than 1,000. More so in the summer, I guess. The last place we were at, they said St. Pierre, in the winter there's only about 400 inhabitants, and in the summer months, in the holidays, it's something like 10,000. So anyway, we're out for our walk. Postcard, see the sea, and see what goes on. There we are. So we're down at the seafront now, and as you can see, there are people on the beach. Not only on the beach, but in the water as well. Especially mostly kids going in the water. There's a little boy down there splashing in the water, and more down the other end. So people are out enjoying this wonderful October sunshine. Really is spectacularly warm and gorgeous. Yeah. So we've just been into the tourist information office, see if we could find out any more information about the lockdown. They have no more information than what we heard on the TV last night. They've given us the forms that were issued last lockdown in France, which look the same as the ones I saw on the internet last night, or this morning when I looked it up. So that's, we've got those on paper form now, but I suspect that there'll be a slight change to those because the rules will be slightly different after tonight. Because I think they're actually, people are going to have these pieces of paper to take their children to school, which they didn't have last time because the children were in school. So we've got another 10 days here. That was the plan before we head back up country, so we're hoping to stick to that plan, because changing the ferry again to bring it forward really doesn't make any sense. We'd only have to stay longer on a campsite in England waiting for the MOT, so we might as well see if we can wait it out here. We've been shopping this morning. We've got enough food in, I think, pretty much to last us the next 10 days at least. And then we will see how we go on for the trip back. We'll have to have one of these pieces of paper allowing us to travel, or giving our reason for travel, which I think will be acceptable, given that we're heading home, albeit it'll take us longer than most people in a car would take, because we've sort of put in 12 days travel time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, yeah.
To get to Dieppe from here, stopping along the way at various areas. So we're just hoping that that's an acceptable thing to do. We'll see if that's if we can last it out, really. We've still got the shop at the end of the road. I guess we just go there less often than we were. We were shopping every other day, really. Yeah, and we're trying to figure out what to do come January, because the plan was to go down to Spain, but Spain is getting more and more locked down. France is now in lockdown. They're saying till the end of this month, but end of next month, but it's highly likely that it'll continue unless they get the numbers down drastically. I don't see that happening very quickly. So the chances of us being able to get back over into Europe in January are diminishing. Well, certainly not before Christmas. So we've been trying to see if we can book somewhere to stay over Christmas and New Year. Lo and behold, all the campsites are full. Well, the ones we've tried anyway. So we're going to have to keep searching around to find somewhere. It's probably going to be somewhere either very, very expensive or very, very grotty. Because those are going to be the only places that haven't been booked up. So I think Carol's doing a bit more searching. She's on her phone there. Don't know if she's doing it now.
No, well, I wasn't.
She'll be doing some more.
Yeah.
I can't find you. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, there you are.
Here I am.
Oh, there she is.
This is nice.
Oh, it's because I got the focus out. There we are. No wonder I couldn't find you. She's wearing one of her surgical masks.
Yeah.
Because it's lighter than our cloth ones. So, but look at it. It's glorious.
Yeah.
Absolutely glorious. Okay, well that's it for now. We'll get back to you when we know more. If we know more.